What's going on, everybody? LK here today with Lord Apology Man, and we're going to touch on a spicy topic. What will they take away from Testament? So the year is 2021, Baiken drops, right? Everyone's all hype. We finally get a good view of all her moves in January, and people got pretty mad because they didn't really make her into the guard cancel style character she was before. They made her more into an offensive style, mix heavy character, and I'll say elegantly condensed her unique defense into something we haven't really seen in the game before, a parry that you could PRC that activates frame one that you can't safe jump. So then came the wave of they super dumbed this character down, all the things we heard from when the game came out. And then the last character out of nowhere, honestly, and I'm speaking from the heart, I did not expect them to announce this character, is Testament. So we got to talk about it. Like, what will they take away? What do you think?
Dude, yeah, I was super surprised that they announced Testament. First of all, like I thought they were gonna announce Slayer or Asuka or whatever. So them announcing Testament was super cool announcement. And yeah, no, the first thought I had was like, oh god, no, Testament, like all the old stuff that Testament had. That character in Accent Core, when I played a little bit of Accent Core and I fought that character. That character's insanely crazy. They have all the most insane neutral options. They put status effects on you. They have webs and trees and stuff that cover the screen everywhere. But there's gonna be a lot of changes. Like a lot of the returning Guilty Gear characters from last games, the character power in Strive is overall less. They're not as wild. They still are true to their characters for the most part. Like you said with Baiken, still has a parry, but not a million guard cancels. Right? Jacko still throws minions at you, but it's not like he's or she's making little houses and stuff, and they make tweaks to the character to fit within Strive's engine. So I think Testament will probably fall in line with that. But yeah, just from the trailer alone, I saw I call them the hungry hippos, the little the little EXCVs. Yeah. They didn't come from behind or from the front. They came from above and from below, and they tracked to the opponent. And it looked like a high and a low, so that's a pretty interesting change they made. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. I wasn't really paying attention to the trailer. I was actually no, I was memeing. Well, no, I was reacting on Twitter kind of to it. So I haven't watched. Yeah, so I haven't super looked at, and you know me, I'm not a super let's look at the trailer in depth and count 60 frames per second. This clip of Testament turning left, I'm not that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking today that they could maintain a good amount of Testament's moves in this current game, if you think about it. And I thought about it because of Baiken and specifically Yozod's stuff. So for example, they could just, Badlands already had a lot of hit stun or something, and this game you can't air tag. So I think that would be a very easy go-to. You can structure your combos around this type of thing, and the traps, the only thing they would have to change from Testament's general special moves is that if Testament gets hit, they should go away easy. Because EXE beasts, I forget about ACR, but EXE beasts guaranteed really fast.
They always came out,
yeah, they always came out and things, or Testament has things that act independently of themselves. So I feel they could actually have a couple of these tricky trap special moves, and then just have it that if Testament gets caught blocking, the thing goes away or something like that, and it'll kind of be fine. Maybe not some of the extremes, let's say Curse having the 4 different patterns, and then depending on each one, which ones are coming, but there's all these things, and he's rushing you down or something like that. Maybe not to that effect, but they can actually mostly maintain Testament, I think. And moveset wise, I don't think they have to change Testament that much at all, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have like you said with the Badlands, I feel if you within Strive's combo engine, the gravity just gets higher, and eventually the Badlands probably just stop comboing into each other.
Yeah.
I saw a new combo filler move that they had where they kind of popped them up with it looked like Badlands or something. It looked like some launcher move, and it like went into like an air like blood skull, and then like there was like a combo off of that. I don't know if I've seen like I think that's like a new move. So there's definitely gonna be some like brand new moves too. And that's been the case for all the like returning Guilty Gear characters. So it's not only gonna be old moves, but yeah, like I'm wondering like what Curse is gonna be like. That move was really interesting before. So
interesting
before,
is a fun word.
it was interesting, yeah. So when you got Cursed before, there was like I think like 4 different formations or something that like it would randomly select. It was random, so it would randomly select a formation of like a crow attacking you, and like Testament's little buddy with a scythe would attack you, and it would track to you, and you would get cursed by getting hit by Testament's like skull. And like it was messed up. Like the Testament would throw the skull out, and you're like, oh no, please, and then you got cursed and all that. But I did see a type of curse in the trailer. It was, I think, Testament's crow attack. Even if you blocked it, it looked kind of fast too, which is kind of interesting. But I'm sure you can combo into it and whatnot. And with that curse, I think maybe you can like get like some sort of like formations, like you could see like this like aura on them. So I think there'll be some type of like special curse status that'll be inflicted on them. I also saw like a teleport, and I don't know if that's related to curse. There was like a pink like it was like a little pink heart, and then like inside of it was one of Testament's buddies. I don't know if it appeared because they were cursed or something, or it was just part of like the animation of the teleport. We'll see, but maybe that's connected to the curse. So I didn't really see honestly like a whole lot of Old Testament like moves in general in the trailer. There was a lot of new stuff. So no trees, no webs. I feel like that's something they would show in the trailer, and it wasn't there. So I feel like a lot of stuff's just gonna be a bit different about them in general.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, they usually focus on like special moves and things, when they're like, oh, they're taking this away or that away, or they change this to that. I think a thing specifically you can mention for Testament, and honestly, like all the characters in the game, is just how they changed the normals that they had, and like some like the normal functionality that like you would use. So like, for example, Familia, right? In Exerd, is like, and there will be a Million player who watches this who gets mad. Her 5k is mostly useless as a neutral tool in Exerd, besides very specific things. There will be someone who get mad that I said that.
3 people that are mad, maybe.
Yeah. But in Strive, her 5k is like really good. It's like a sword normal. It's like a little like it reaches really far, really easy to hit confirm. If you hit it, you get your win condition right away. Boom. Another example, Amelia Sweep. God, in old games like low crushes, -1, huge. This game, kind of mid. You don't really use it, right? Yeah. So Testament has a bunch of stuff where it's like combination of like the 5D where they lean back, like just right, or like the super fast 6P. So I'm wondering like what are they gonna shift around with that, and how they're gonna update Testament's moveset.
Yeah. I really doubt like the 6P is gonna come back. I don't think a lot of the little overhead, dude. It was 17 frames. That stuff was fast. It was super fast. Like Milia's 6K, I think, is like a good example of like a fast like standing overhead from like past Guilty Gear. And like in this game, it's like a lot slower. Yeah. I imagine if 6P did return, it would probably be slower as well.
It's a mixed bag though for that. For example, that's why I think that's a really interesting thing to think about, right? So like, Milia had a pretty fast overhead. Now it's like 27, right? Zato's I think was like 21-ish at Exerd, the 6K. Now it's like 27.
Yeah, it's probably.
But May and Chip have like 20 frame 6Ks. So like you still have like pretty fast ground command overheads. Yeah. So it's not like everybody like they just was like, oh, you know what? How about we just slow this down real quick? Like some people have like pretty fast. Depending on your platform, like on PC, you might be like, my eyes are open, but if you're playing on console, you're gonna be like, oh shit, like jump scare, like it's fast, right? And then the old versions of the moves, it doesn't matter what you're playing on, you're gonna get hit by them probably, right? So it's an interesting question. Like if they give Testament that move back, is it gonna be like fast, like Maze and Chips, and be like 20 frames, and you're gonna see it all the time, or is it gonna have like niche usage because they make it really slow, or maybe the trade-off will be it's plus or something like that? We don't know. I find that stuff really interesting to think about.
Yeah, I could see it being, if it is fast, maybe you could like RC to combo off it, kind of like Chips overhead. I could see that happening. I wonder if like like 6H will come back. I have to see like the trailer a little bit better, but that was like a really important normal for Testament. The site swipe would go really far. But yeah, I'd say like a lot of like returning characters, like their overall ranges feel like mostly intact. Like when I fight Jackal, I'm like, oh god, the slide. Like when I fight like when you fight Faust, it's like, all right, he's got like the far slash, the 2H, like, you know, like they're different obviously, but overall like the essence of the move is like mostly like they're same. Like their ranges I feel like are mostly to like how they were before. So I think Testament will probably still maintain that to a degree, at least from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, so I mean, if I was gonna wrap it up, like I had to flip the discussion on its head, right? Like I don't really think about what they're gonna take away. I just wonder like what the character is gonna be like. And I've definitely had the discussion, both reading on comments, seeing it on Twitter, and talk about it on my own stream, of like this depends on the type of person you are. So you're either they're stripping the personality from this character type, or it's like, what is the character going to do, and what am I going to do with what's there? I'm basically the latter. Like I haven't really thought like what they're going to take away from Testament. I'm just like, so what's Testament going to have this time? What are they going to be able to do to people? What's going to be strong? What's going to be weak, etc.
So I hope you guys liked that video. Let me know your thoughts about Testament in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.